Good day, people. Today we're going to solve multi-step inequalities. So what makes multi-step inequalities different from two-step inequalities is that because it requires more than 2 steps to solve. So we're going to solve multi-step inequalities and graph their solutions. Alright, Gabriella likes to make people guess her age. She gave them this clue. What are the possible ages for Gabriella? Graph the solution. So Gabriella said that you should add 13 to the product of 3 and the sum of my age and 2, and you get a number that is greater than her height in inches. So we're gonna let G represents Gabriella's age. So she said add 13, so 13 plus the product of 3 and the sum of her age, which is G plus 2, the sum of her age and 2, and that should be greater than her height, and we see that her height is 55. So this would be the inequality that represents Gabriella's clue. From there, we cannot add 13 and 3 first. We have to remember the order in which we do all operations. So we have to use the distributive property first. So we put back the 13 and we distribute this 3 to all terms inside the parentheses. So 3 times G, 3G. 3 times 2 would give me 6, and that should be greater than 55. We notice that we have like terms on the left side, so we can group our like terms. So 13 plus 6 would give me 19. So 19 plus 3G is greater than 55. From there, I can subtract 19 on both sides. I see that 3G would be greater than 36. From there, I can just divide both sides by 3 to eliminate this 3 and get G by itself. And we see that G would be greater than 12. All right, let us graph our inequality. So we have 0, 4, 8, 12. Can put negative 4 right there. All right, so we have G must be greater than 12. So we put a circle at 12 and it's not shaded, and since it's greater than, we are going to the right with our arrow. So that's what our graph would look like. All right, solve the inequality. Negative 3 x plus 4 plus 3 is greater than or equal to 9. So we have negative 3 x plus 4 in parentheses plus 3 is greater than or equal to 9. From there, we can use the distributive property first. So negative 3 times x would give us negative 3x. Negative 3 times 4 would give us negative 12 plus 3 is greater than or equal to 9. From there, we can group our like terms. So we have negative 3x. Negative 12 plus 3 gives me negative 9. So negative, and it's greater than or equal to 9. From there, we can add 9 to both sides since we're trying to isolate the variable. We get a 0 pair right here. So we see that negative 3x must be greater than or equal to 18. From there, we can get x by itself by dividing both sides of our inequality by negative 3. Dividing by negative 3 into negative 3 would give us 1. So we're left with x. And since we divided by a negative number, we have to reverse the sign. So it's now less than negative 6. Let us graph our solution. So on our number line, we have 0, 3, 6, negative 3, negative 6. So we have a circle at negative 6 and it's equal to, so we have to shade that circle as well. And since it's less than, we're going to the left. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.